FNAF Nights at Freddy's. I really don't need to introduce Five Nights at Freddy's. Half the people watching this video were probably raised on this shit.
It's rating time.
This really got tens of millions of views and I'm here working a 9 to 5 for a pittance. This fucker's waxing his Lamborghini with FNAF bucks. You got the games, you've got merchandise, you've got the fucking movies.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my
You've even got the books. This is real. This guy actually wrote about Mpreg and his funny mascot horror book, and then he threw a load of money at the Republican Party. Why am I talking about Five Nights at Freddy's? Everyone's played fucking jump scare simulators 1 through 2, 3 to 1,000. Well, guess what? I haven't. Like a monk living in a cave for a decade, I've completely avoided basically everything FNAF related because, I mean, look, I am autistic, but I've seen what you fuckers have been doing. This shit is too much. So out of boredom, I decided to give the original Five Nights at Freddy's a go not too long ago. I think you can tell by the fact this video exists, it left a bit of an impression on me. I'm only gonna go through the original games and maybe some of the fan community stuff, like look at the movies, because that's the kind of stuff I've exposed myself to since I started the game. I am not touching the fucking books, oh my god. But before we go any further, don't forget to use my GamerSubs coupon code DIMDUM using the links in the description for discounts on various items. Why DIMDUM? I don't know, I just thought it sounded funny and stupid like me. Pretending to have a life while doing nothing but playing video games and editing videos all day is exhausting work. GamerSubs is here to pick you back up. This one's called Good, and why would they lie about that? Let's try it out, shall we? Do you have any idea how much cleaning that joke put me through? If we're being serious for a second, I've actually been getting a lot of mileage out of GamerSubs AFK supplement. Being someone who suffers from poor quality sleep, this was the first supplement I actually tried out, and it does actually help. All the nutrients are clearly labeled in the tub, and it's extra adamant that it's melatonin free because it's right on the front of the tub. Splendid. I've also got BBL. What does BBL stand for again? Oh, so if you're looking for a sugar-free, zero-calorie energy and nutrient supplement to fuel your gaming sessions with the boys, or you're looking for something to help you get sleep after a long night of gaming, well then GamerSubs is literally right in the description, dude. Dim-dum. Discounts with the coupon code in the description. I'm trying to help you! So, this is where it all started. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Created by one-man show Scott Cawthon over the course of 6 months. People forget how much work actually went into the first game because Scott basically began to shit out these games really quickly like he had gaming diarrhea right after. Scott had been developing games for a while, but settled on Five Nights at Freddy's after his previous game, Chipper & Sons Lumber Co., was flushed down the toilet for its characters looking like, and I quote, scary animatronic animals. Scott simply made this game to prove a fucking point. I gotta respect that. This visual style works really well. Like, it doesn't just tweak at the uncanny valley part of my brain, it practically sodomizes it. This main menu too, the music, the eerie visuals, the VHS overlay, Freddy looking right at you before you've even booted the game up. I've not felt such levels of dread from a main menu since SCP Containment Breach. Again, I have to wonder how many people just quit this game after looking at the main menu for no less than 5 seconds. This is amazing tone setting.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick.
The premise is incredibly simple. You're a minimum wage worker, good luck, survive. You work at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, which is, as you can probably surmise, is an anachronism of Chuck E. Cheese, another massive American pizzeria chain known for its use of animatronic mascots. I will say that the amount of pizza references and pizza iconography throughout these games makes me feel, I can't fucking stop thinking about pizza, man. Every time I think about FNAF, I end up thinking about a nice hot pepperoni pie looking like a complete lunatic. You're literally glued to your chair. You cannot, to save your life, lift your fat ass out of that seat just to walk to the exit. You are completely stationary. Why? Well, because the entire world around you is nothing but 2D screenshots. Yes, I shit you not. The entire game is in 2D. You can even see some weird fucking curvature effect when looking at the desk in front of you as a result from this. It's this and the fact that pretty much all of Scott's games are soft locked to 720p to make the game as accessible as possible for any and all players regardless of hardware specs. Again, I gotta respect that, but you do either have to mod the games or pull some PC Master Race wizardry to get these games looking decent at even 1080p. Anyway, enough about the technical side of the game. The robots are trying to kill you. So, two things. You are tasked with scanning the building for 4 animatronic mascot characters who seem to roam freely at night and for some reason really want to fucking kill you. Yeah, that's not OSHA certified. And since you can't move, you can't defend yourself. And since you can't defend yourself, the only way to counter an attack is by shutting the door in their face. Wow, that seems stupidly easy. Why not just shut the hydraulic doors all night to begin with?
Because the entire building is on a power limit.
Yes, most of this game's horror comes from the fact that you have to economize your power consumption. How long you keep the doors shut for, how long you're looking at the cameras, how long you're leaving the lights on. No, you can't just sit in your office waiting for Bonnie and Chica to fuck off because Freddy is ready. If you're not keeping an eye on Freddy, he will teleport closer and closer to your office until he's in a position to give you a big old fucking smooch. Even then, Foxy can just decide to get up and go for a morning jog whenever he feels like it. So you gotta make sure you're watching over Pirates Cove or... I really struggled playing this game at first. As you all know, I'm not really one to get startled by horror games, but I can't move. I can't defend myself. I'm reliant entirely on the building's defenses whose resources I have to manage, cutting a finer and finer line between success or failure the closer I get to the end of each night. And knowing that every failure state results in an eardrum-piercing jump scare, being forced to listen to footsteps down the halls, the weird-ass fucking anomalies occurring throughout. This is horror. It's pure tension building and dread. You really have to immerse yourself into the position of a night guard, desperately trying to fend off these nightmarish abominations each night with what little resources you have at your disposal. It's one of the only games I can think of where jump scares actually work, since you know they're more or less inevitable, but are also the consequences for failure. So the deeper into the night you get, the closer to salvation, the more invested you are in seeing it through to the end, and the more that, and they're just really fucking loud. It's not all perfect though. Once you get to nights 4, 5, and 6, you basically have to employ sweat tactics to win, constantly flitting between the stage where Freddy spawns and constantly checking your door lights for Bonnie and Chica, rendering all the other cameras in the building and the camera system itself nearly completely useless, which is a shame. A lot more could have been done with it. However, I regret to say that this problem does end up getting much worse. But because I'm a complete sissy when it comes to this game, I was too scared to play the final nights alone, so I summoned the Discord users for emotional support.
Alright, so what you have to remember is that this game turns into fucking, like, sweat territory as soon as you go into, like, night 4.
Wait until you see the second...
Like, you have to keep doing this shit until you fucking, like... You have to keep doing that shit. Oh, okay, Chica's already moved. Yeah, this is why I'm doing the sweat tactics. So you kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. Because you have to, like, make... Look, he's staring at the camera. It's like, bro, I see you checking them cameras. Fuck you. Right, when it turns 3 AM, I'm gonna check for Foxy. Because...
Oh, yeah, where's Foxy, Jim? Okay. It just turned 3 AM.
Kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. Alright, he's just hanging out, he's not doing
How are they doing nothing? How?
They're both in the doors! They're both in the fucking doors! What am I supposed to do in this situation? I can't do shit! They're draining my fucking power! Fuck off! I can hear movement. I'm at 25% fucking thing. I don't even know if I'm I don't even know if I'm that close to, like, 5 AM or not.
Unless you're able to lose
moving around. Fuck
like your 10% of power.
Hello.
He just doesn't fucking stop.
No
he's still thinking about it. He's still thinking about it.
Yeah,
right, where is Foxy? He's still hanging out. Okay, good. What is your fucking problem, bro? What? Alright, fucking actually piss off. Actually piss off. I'm not gonna make it tonight. I think it's over. I think it's over. Freddy. Okay, right, it's actually Jova. It's actually Jova. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. It's just Jova. It's fucking
Look at your right, man. Look at your right.
It's fucking Jova. It's fucking Jova.
You survived.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's not happening.
There's the rape. Yep, there's
there's
the
clap.
Rape time. Rape time.
What did I say?
I told you to fuck them.
I get $120. $120? No! Fuck off! Actually kill yourself. $120? The fuck?
One thing I do want to touch on before I move on is the game's story. I love how minimalistic it is. You've got the phone guy as your anchor, and you can clearly tell he's limited in what he can and can't tell you thanks to corporate regulations.
Welcome to Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death have occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about.
But Scott's voice acting as the phone guy is incredibly natural and believable. And while he acts as your only human anchor in the first days, it becomes increasingly apparent that he's nowhere near to being in a position to help you, given the circumstances.
I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you. So when I did, hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm going to try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no.
You can catch glimpses of newspaper clippings on the wall detailing disappearances of 5 children at the pizzeria and the strange smells emitted from the animatronics, suggesting that someone killed these kids and stuffed them inside the animatronics. There's also a couple of references to the infamous bite of 87, but the chronology and context of all of these events are just vague enough to leave the rest of the player's imagination, and do not detract from the overall experience. Do you guys remember when MatPat theorized that this game was inspired by an actual fucking mass shooting?
Some people say that, but you know, it's just a theory. Are you being paid by the
Shut the fuck up!
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out just a couple of months after FNAF 1. I'm sure Scott ended up recycling a lot of the code and much of the remaining work was visual and sound design, but this is still genuinely very impressive, and I can't fault the man for capitalizing on the first game's success while the iron was still hot. FNAF 2 is widely considered to be one of the best games in the series. Like, a lot of people I hear talking about it refer to it as the perfect sequel, essentially building off of the original and expanding upon it with more story, more mechanics, and a bigger environment to watch over, etc. It would be a shame if I was to waltz in with a contrarian opinion. Alright, don't get me wrong, I actually enjoyed FNAF 2 more than FNAF 1. It's a very fun game, hell, it's iconic. The formula is much the same, you have to keep an eye on the animatronics and make sure they don't get into your office, but wait, there's a twist. There's no fucking doors.
Hey, how do I close the door?
There isn't a door.
There isn't a door?
The only way to survive an attack by any of the animatronics is by donning a Freddy mask the company provided you. Anytime these freaks show up in the air vents or right in front of you, just chuck on the mask and they'll piss right off. But in typical Scott Cawthon fashion, you have to way narrow a window to do so as the nights progress. That and Foxy is back at it again with some bullshit. You know how they say in the land of the blind the one-eyed man is king? Well, he's the only fucker the mask trick doesn't work on, and you have to gank his ass by flashbanging him with a flashlight down the hallway. But then you can't just focus on the vents and on Foxy down the hall because you have to wind up this fuck-ass little music box to prevent this scary-ass puppet from murking you. And then you get Balloon Boy. Oh, you fucking little shit. There's twice the animatronics, there's thrice the mechanics. It seems overwhelming, but then again, it really isn't. But remember when I said the camera system in FNAF 1 was largely useless because of how you have to end up playing the game in the end? Yeah, well, guess what? It's twice as worse in FNAF 2. The only camera worth checking in this one is the one where the puppet spawns and you have to keep cranking the fucking music box, leaving your only remaining blind spots being the air ducts and the hallway directly in front of you. Now, I do find this gameplay loop way more chaotic and fun, and again, this game's emphasis on sound design rivals even that of FNAF 1's. In fact, I'd go so far to say Scott's use of sound and audio design throughout the entire series is genuinely 11 out of 10. But fuck me, all these mechanics built up and designed only to be watered down by the increasingly unhinged difficulty as the week progresses. It's still fun, don't get me wrong, and while I find FNAF 2 to be way more fun to play than FNAF 1, FNAF 1 to me is objectively way better designed.
Hello, my name is Salty McSeaman and I need your help. Gamer subs have kidnapped my entire family. I haven't seen them in 3 days. Use the links in the description to infiltrate their heinous website. Dim Dum. That's the code phrase needed to gain access. Please help me. I yearn to reunite with my beloved.
If you die in FNAF 2, you have a small chance to be able to play through one of these Atari-esque minigames, detailing fractions of the game's backstory. This is not only very fitting with the game's 1980s setting, but it's also incredibly sinister. It doesn't actually tell you anything that you can't already deduct from playing the main game, but it does provide some very disturbing imagery and implications from the perspectives of the animatronics regarding the murders of the 5 children from the original game. And though we don't know anything about this fucker at this point, the sheer look of demented joy in the purple man's face as he watches Foxy go about his routine it's just fucked. It's brilliant. I simply could not get through night 6, however. Yeah, skill issue, whatever. I tried, man. I really did. Although I had somewhat desensitized myself to the game's scare factor after beating the shit out of FNAF 1, I simply could not bring myself to power through night 6 of FNAF 2. But believe me, I tried, and my moral support squad, in typical fashion, did their absolute best to help me.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's about to get rough, boyos. Right. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, this game devolves into sweat strat. So you've got the mask, you've got the torch, which you have to shine down, otherwise Foxy will get you. You have your cameras, but the only one. And the game just fucking crashed. Okay.
The camera is kind of fucking useless. What's the point of looking at all these other camera angles?
Fucking useless.
I can just focus on this one.
I mean, like, in both games, there's only one camera angle that you really need to fucking focus on.
Yeah.
And anything else is just completely, just doesn't need to exist.
No, it is fake. It's like,
Who's that little shit? Where is that little shit? I'm gonna kick his fucking ass. Where is he? There he is, you little piece of shit. He's crawling around them air ducts like Gordon Freeman. I hate him.
Well, this game is complete. This game is complete dog shit. We should make an entire movie about this.
This is how you play the fucking game. I'm sorry. This is actually how you win. You have to sweat to win these fucking games.
They should just give you a throw gauge and be done with it.
You see, on the later days, you have like the margin of half a fucking second in order to get your shit on, or you will be fucking raped. Okay, now that is bullshit. Now that is bullshit. That is bullshit. Do you want to know?
Oh my god, he's golden.
People don't know this, but Foxy was in the Epstein files.
Why?
Why not?
It was kind of obvious, to be honest.
Yeah.
Golden Jeffrey Epstein and Martin
Golden Jeffrey Epstein.
If this was 5 Nights at Freddy's, that means you're the security guard and all the animatronics are you. I just realised the paradox of that statement.
So overall, FNAF 2, great sequel. Better in many ways, especially in scale, but in terms of the intricacies of its design and the atmosphere, yeah, FNAF 1 clears. But now we're moving on to FNAF 3, and believe me, well, some people are gonna gawk at my takes on FNAF 3.
I hope you die in the fire.
FNAF 3 is the best game in the series. I know, I'm sorry for saying that, but actually no, I'm not, because you know I'm fucking right. FNAF 3 is the game that scares me the least. The jump scares are all really soft. Like, the audio is way lower than usual, and most of them aren't even part of the game's failure states. They're just obstacles for you to circumvent. FNAF 3 is set roughly 30 years after the first game, and as usual, you're a night guard, a horror attraction, based on the events that took place from the Freddy Fazbear Pizzerias 3 decades prior. Which seems a bit ghoulish, but I mean, this is America. Normally, the first night in each game isn't usually that bad. But FNAF 3's first night is, literally nothing happens, I'm not even joking. You are under no threat whatsoever in the first night as compared to the first two games. You might think that's a bit weird, but it makes sense given how much of a divergence this game is mechanically from the rest of the series. Like, you do need to familiarize yourself with this shit because, meet Springtrap, the main antagonist of the game and overarching antagonist of the series. Yes, this is the guy who killed all those kids, William Afton. I mean, you're not supposed to know that by this point, but I mean, come on, Scott Cawthon is notorious for making this shit up on the fly, and also he told us this guy's name's in the fucking books, and all of you are autistic as shit about this guy, so no, this is not a spoiler, fuck off. William Afton as Springtrap is genuinely one of my favourite villain designs of all time. I don't know what it is about him. It's the withered look coupled with the fact that there's clearly a dead guy inside there. It's an animatronic suit, but what makes it feel so different is that it acts and feels uncannily human, and this characterization is carried over into William's AI. FNAF 3 is pretty much a massive game of cat and mouse between you, the player, and William as he tries to gain access to your office and kill you to escape the building. He's unique in many ways. For one, he's the only actual threat in FNAF 3. For two, he can spawn in at least 4 different rooms and will flank you at every given opportunity. For 3, you have to use the building's inbuilt audio system to lure William into whichever room is adjacent to the one he's in. There's some nuance to this because you can't just click the button and he'll come running. Sometimes he won't reply at all. It's heavily implied that William is locked in a battle between his own instincts to get into the office and kill you against the robot's programming to seek out children to entertain. Oh, and the player character keeps tripping the fuck out. The phantoms have a chance of spawning in a bunch of different rooms, and while they don't kill you, they can and will disrupt your ventilation, causing you to black out and giving William an increased chance to ambush you. Disrupt your video feed, concealing William's whereabouts, or the audio system preventing you from diverting William's attention. The whole game becomes a chess match between you and William as he tries to use the building's vulnerabilities to flank and distract you, and you try to use those same vulnerabilities to distract and perturb him. It's the least scary game I've played in the series, but it's by far the most mechanically interesting. I actually get invested in outsmarting this increasingly desperate fucker as he diehards his way through the air vents. Although Night 6 is way easier than I expected, as I managed to get William stuck in a far corner of the building next to a sealed up air vent which he kept trying to crawl through for the duration of the game. Yeah, I think he's fucking stupid. The minigames return, this time as transitions between each night detailing the events following FNAF 1 and William's ultimate transformation, Springtrap. But then you get the bad ending for playing the game as normal. Okay, what the fuck, Scott? You can really tell this is when Scott began fucking with the game theorist crowd, because, I mean, what the fuck is this supposed to be, man? I played COD Zombies Easter eggs less convoluted than this. You got a bunch of other minigames that you have to access through a bunch of bullshit, what the fuck? You have to play these not once, not twice, but in some cases 3 times in order to unlock the true endings of each one, and you basically have to do this for each and every one just so you can unlock the good ending, which is pretty much just a different PNG from the bad ending. Okay, yeah. Scott, what the fuck were you thinking? I fucking hate this game, but not for the reasons you might be thinking. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was the series finale, where everything wrapped up and the story was given closure. Except for the whole, you know, Scott Cawthon. I hate playing FNAF 4. There is legitimate evil in this fucking... I mean, just look at this main menu. This game is an absolute nightmare for me to play through, no pun intended. You're essentially a child trapped in his room at night with nothing but a flashlight, and you have to shine light down the doors and close them if you think something's nearby. Right, well that just sounds like a typical FNAF game. What's the problem, Joshi? Multiple things. For one, it's the tone. The atmosphere is way heavier and far more intimate than any game before it. You see, when you die or start a new game, you're given like some kind of analog static, you know, like themed differently in the styles of each game, but here there's nothing. There's just the ambient music and cursive handwriting introducing you to the night. I never noticed it before, but the analog static used in the previous games created a kind of mental barrier between me and the games, which allowed me to push on slightly easier, but here there's nothing. Every attack feels deeply personal and the setting is terrifying. This game unlocked something primordial inside me because I experienced shit very similar to this as a kid. When I was like 4 or 5, I kept seeing shadow monsters in my room, or like a large black dog try and get in through the doors or windows. Yeah, as if that wasn't bad enough. You know how I said FNAF is a very audio design centric game? Oh, fuck you. This is the only game I've ever played that's affected me in such a deep and profound way. I loathe the thought of playing it again. Right, here I am about to showcase my unadulterated reactions to Five Nights at Freddy's 4 because I just need to illustrate why I only have 45 minutes recorded in this game. I've not even booted the game up, okay? Every fiber of my being is pulling me in the opposite direction of the computer screen, just telling me to get away. Look, this menu is evil. It is fucking evil, man. Look at it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. In this. I keep getting the shift and the control buttons mixed around. You see, like, I can't do it because every time it's like I have to listen out for it, and every time I press that button, I risk getting jump scared. I can't do it. I had to look away. I had to look away. He's in the kitchen, that's right. Taking the headset off. Oh god, no, I can't, no, I don't want to do this. I'm not, no, sorry, I can't, no, I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it, it's too much. It's genuinely too fucking much. We clocked in at 2 minutes, 10 seconds of recording, that's it. I can't fucking do it. I can't, I refuse to, I will not, no, fuck off. So because of the raw success of the first 4 games, Scott simply couldn't let the cash cow go away unmilked. I mean, motherfucker had a mortgage to pay, I can respect that. I distinctly remember clocking out mentally when Sister Location was announced. I mean, I did also play it very recently, and it was good. Quite a departure from the formula, and of course it's where the lore started to go completely off the fucking rails. What the fuck is a remnant, Scott? What do you mean FNAF 6 is free and disguised as a spin-off? Matthew Lillard is William Afton? The fuck?
Look at you. Look at the that you have become.
I'm dead fucking serious when I thought he was gonna drop a racial slur there. Like, I actually winced when I first watched it. I enjoyed the movies. I think the first one's a solid 5 out of 10. It's not very scary, the story is kind of silly, and the pacing is all over the place. But Matthew Lillard is a very entertaining character. I'm not fucking joking when I say I also thought that one clip of Josh Hutcherson jacking off in a gamer chair was actually from this movie. Like, I was supremely disappointed when I turned out to be wrong. And I don't think I need to tell you what a fucking fever dream the second movie is.
I'm trying to fix the situation from Abby. I'm trying to fix you, and I don't worry.
You all need to stay inside tonight. Can they go with you?
Of course. You know, it looks like you might be needing a good lawyer.
I'm still really impressed with a lot of the fan content for these games. Yeah, the game theory stuff and Matthew Patrick being fucking retarded is funny to laugh at, but I can't exactly bash his dedication or passion for the series. It's an authentically uplifting energy, so I won't knock it. Good on you, Matt. You know, there was some guy, hang on, I need to look up his fucking name quickly,
Jake Ryan Southgate.
He created like an entire fucking movie based on the backstory of FNAF 4. And I mean, straight up, feature length, fully rendered in Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, I bet this man has got some fucking horror stories of his own. Like, obviously, because it's rendered in Unreal Engine 5, the supposedly realistic looking texture work and the amateur animation quality can go from really rigid and awkward, like...
Oh! Dad said he spoke to Mr. Bush now and he got an early release of Dracula.
to genuinely exceptional illustrations of human body language and some really powerful cinematography. It actually puts a smile on my face when it gets good. It's that good. Although considering there's only 2 voice actors, with Jake pretty much doing 90% of the cast, things do slip into really awkward very quickly. I think his voice work as William Afton is nearly perfect, but since he's originally from New Zealand, anytime he tries to voice an American character, it's just...
Well, you have ruined my life! You fucking asshole!
There are some creative liberties taken with the chronology of the story as well as how he wrote some of these characters, but I suppose it all works in service of the story he wanted to tell, and besides, Scott is known for being a big fan of the don't show, don't tell method of storytelling, so everything is pretty much open to interpretation anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been blackjoshi coming at you through the computer screen, and I hope you've all enjoyed the video. Links in the description for Patreon, Discord, special shout out to all of my lovely patrons past and present. You'd all deserve a massive fucking bear hug, no pun intended. And of course, I live stream every Saturday and Sunday at 7 PM British time for your entertainment. I mean, obviously I can't do it right now because I'm literally uploading the video right now. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications of future content.
Please don't forget to check out GamerSupps and their discounted products using the links in the description with the code DIMDUM. They sent me a letter today. It reeked of petroleum. They know about my betrayal. My time is short. Please, for the love of God, help me.
Thank you all so much for watching, and please have a great day.